Oh, baby, I got a huge, giant human being on my podcast that I'm going to do an interview with. His name is Arik Armstead, who is recently even more rich than he was. But first off, Arik, congratulations on a great year. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated.
Appreciate you having me on.
So let's have some fun. I mean, I'm always intrigued, first off, because like I call you a tree trunk when I talk about you as far as in football terms, okay? No disrespect. I know you're smarter than a tree or anything like that. But like, just like, when did you know you were a giant human being growing up? When did you realize, like, whoa, I'm a lot bigger than everybody else?
I was always a bigger kid, but I there were some kids that were as big as me, and then I used to grow like 2 inches and gain 20 pounds like every year, like middle school, high school. So I just kept growing and became what I am today.
Right. Oh, yes. And like, all right. So I had like a thing because I'm 6'5" at 230, but like when I was 13, I had size 13 sneakers. And when I was 14, I had size 14 sneakers. Like, what are we talking about age wise? Like middle school, eighth grade. How big were you?
Eighth grade, I was probably like 6'1", 6'2", like 220, 225.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you just pretty thick, not crazy tall at that point, but pretty damn thick
yeah,
already. And what was
yeah.
how did you get into sports growing up, if you don't mind just kind of giving us that story?
I was always into sports. Started off playing basketball. My dad was a basketball trainer my whole life, trained professional players. So fell in love with basketball at a young age. And then actually my AAU basketball coach made me play football one year, and I wasn't very good, but stuck with it and, got better eventually.
Right. So, and now I know football became your main sport. Basketball, you dabbled with it in college a little bit. What
hmm
ultimately made you realize I'm better suited for the gridiron on football than the basketball court?
I mean, that's just kind of how things played out. It was like my sophomore year. I decided to focus on football and see where that could take me and, put all my effort and attention towards that.
So, all right, you go to Oregon, you get drafted by the 49ers. You grew up in Sacramento. What was a dream come true? Were you always a 49ers fan growing up?
No, I wasn't always a 49ers fan, but it was definitely a dream come true to stay in Northern California and play play for the closest team to where I'm from and represent Northern California continued and stay close to home and have my family real close. So it was definitely a blessing.
Who was your favorite team growing up?
I didn't have a favorite football team. Like I said, I grew up on basketball, so I was a big basketball fan. I got into football, kind of later in my life.
Yeah, okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, you really were. I didn't realize it was that much swayed towards basketball early in your life. All right, so I'm gonna dive all around here, but first off, want to kind of recap your year. I mean, phenomenal year, best year of your career to this point. You stayed healthy, put up big numbers, all of that. Like the 2019 season, how is Arik Armstead going to remember the 2019 season?
It was, a big year for my life. I had a lot to prove this past season, and I made a bunch of memories with my teammates. We put in a lot of hard work and had some success and kind of turned around our organization. It was my first winning season in the NFL, first playoff game, Super Bowl appearance. So it was a lot of firsts for me, and so it was a good year. Didn't finish the way we wanted to, but I think we have a great team to come back and try to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, how long, I mean, it's weird. You can lose sight of how successful the year was with the way it ended. Are you over it yet? I mean, I'm still like torn up inside about like a Big 12 championship game I played back in 2002. I still haven't got over it. I can't imagine
hmm
going over the Super Bowl. I mean, Do you wake up pissed off about it sometimes, or are you over it and on to the next challenge?
I mean, you think about it every now and then it gets brought back up. You'll see something, somebody will mention it, and it's like, dang, we missed out on an opportunity. Um, but life doesn't always go your way. You don't win all your games, so you just let it motivate you and keep pushing forward.
Will it always boil down to you that game to the 3rd and 15? I know me as a fan, I just look at it and go, man, there it was. It was the perfect spot for the 49ers. Your great pass rush. You're just thinking it's over. They're going to win the Super
Hmm.
Bowl. Is that the one play you'll always remember from the 2019 season?
No, I remember a bunch of plays all year, a bunch of games that I'll remember for the rest of my life. This past season, going out there playing with my teammates and striving to be great and be dominant out there. So, I mean, I'm not going to sum up that whole year into one play. Um, Congratulations to them. They made a play on that down and put themselves in a position to win a game.
Well, good for you to be able to put that in perspective. I don't know if I would be smart enough or capable of doing that. So that's congrats to you. Now, okay, season gets over. 5 years, $85 million, 48.5 million guaranteed. I mean, tell me something cool you did with your money when you first got it. New watch, new car, new house, anything?
No, I've been quarantined. Can't really do too much. So, uh, it was exciting. And really signing with the Niners wasn't so much about the money for me. I knew I didn't want to be anywhere else, and I knew I wanted to stay close to home and continue to have an impact on the communities there that I'm trying to impact. So that's what I was really excited about. And money comes and goes. God definitely has blessed me there in that situation financially. Um, but to be able to stay with the Niners and try to get back to the Super Bowl and be close to my family, that's what really was important to me.
Well, yeah, and yeah, money comes and goes. You're right, but you got a lot coming your way, baby. I'm just telling you, next time I come out there, dinner's on you. We're going out to dinner. You're paying if that happens. All right.
I
I'm
got you.
not. All right.
I got you.
All right. Good.
I
You
I
got me.
got
Okay. Cool.
you.
All right. So, now within that and your big contract, the great payday, so deserving of it, you put in all this hard work, you played awesome. Did you ever imagine, though, because of that, you know, I'm guessing one of your better friends on the team, your ex college teammate, did you think he would end up getting traded because of it? Did you see that on the radar at all?
No, I didn't see that on the radar, and I mean, I don't think that trade happened because of just signing me. Um, you know, Me and Defo played together for an extremely long time. It's definitely going to be weird not playing together anymore, but we've been able to talk about it and unpack it, and everything happens for a reason, and both of we both have some huge opportunities coming in our life, and God has definitely blessed us. So, it's positive. Extremely happy and excited for him. I know he's going to go up there and be a huge contribution to that organization. So, I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, I mean, you lose him. Joe Staley talking about retirement a little bit. Emmanuel Sanders leaves, to go to New Orleans. They seemed like they were kind of your veteran leadership presence last year. I might be wrong, but like, who are those guys now for the San Francisco 49er team?
Oh man, I think we have so many players. Uh, I think that's the thing about our team and why we were successful is that on any given day, we have a new leader, a new person who steps up. We just don't have one or two, a couple players in our organization that we rely on every Sunday to go out there and drag us to a victory. We have a complete team. If one guy isn't, uh, you know, having the productive day, it's going to be another guy. So that's why I love being a part of this team. And we have leaders and productive guys and superstars all over the field.
with I told you before we came on that I was buddies with your head coach. We went to college together, right? Tell me
Hmm.
about Kyle Shanahan. Like, what has made him successful? What does he kind of bring to the organization, and your view on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, he brings so much. He brings, of course, his intelligence. He brings leadership. He brings his personality, which is amazing, to be the leader of our organization and bring that charismatic personality to us. And how he carries himself, rubs off on us in a very positive way. So, um, he brings so much, and he's came in and really changed the culture, changed, how we do things, and has got us off. Um, to the right foot this past year, and we're excited to continue that. And big things. Super hopeful for what we can achieve here these next couple of years.
I mean, you've never had a coach that wears like Yeezys around the facility or anything like that, have you? He's got to be one of the first coaches you've ever. He thinks he's really cool, doesn't he? He thinks he's got swag for days.
Yeah, he got a little bit. He got every pair of Yeezy for sure. Nah, but Kyle, he's definitely relatable. One of the most relatable, to our generation coaches I've played for. And like I said, he brings that charismatic, laid back vibe to our team, and it goes very, very well with the players that we have.
Yeah, good. All right. We'll give him a little swag on the swag meter. I'm not going to give him too
Yeah,
much. All right. I mean, the coolest
yeah,
person in his family is his wife, Mandy. We know that.
yeah, yes,
All right. You talked about, the lockdown, COVID-19, everything, the pandemic that's going on. You play defensive tackle in the NFL. I mean, your strength, your ability to power lift, things like that, I would think are important during the offseason. What are you doing right now to kind of keep yourself going?
yeah. They're super important. I've been trying to find ways to stay in shape. I've been lucky to um, get with my trainer. I was down in Florida, and we've been able to get some good work in. Um, but it's day by day. The place we were working out at, they just closed down for the week. So it's always day by day. You got to adjust. Make adjustments, and try to stay ready. There's no telling when everything's going to start back up. No one really knows anything. So everybody's just taking it day by day, trying to stay ready the best way you can.
They I'm interested in your, like a psychoanalysis here because like I was your age once. I'm still like this way in a lot of ways where, you know, when you're what 26, 25 years old, you're healthy, you're strong. We see Dak Prescott out there, throwing some balls and maybe not making everybody happy that he's, breaking the social distancing lines. But I know I was kind of that stubborn athlete too at one point in my life. Like, if I were you, I feel like I would be going, I want to play football this year. Whether we got fans in the stands or not, if we can do it the right way where we can protect players, and the coaches and people within the organization, are you for it? Or do you think it's just totally crazy if we got no handle on this situation? Kind of, what's your feel on the situation in the season?
Man, it's up in the air. I think the number one priority is definitely to protect people's health. At the end of the day, football is a game. Um, but of course, I want to play. I'm a competitor. Uh, but we're in rare air where there is more important things in life than football, and that's keeping people healthy and safe. And so that definitely is the priority. But I definitely want to play and hope we can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we can find a way. Bless you.
Thank
Uh,
you.
hoping we can find a way to where we could still play games, and like you said, like to where hey, the players, you're still like on lockdown, but you go to the facility. There's always doctors there. You, would you sign on for a full season though of football if like, oh man, I'm not going to see mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or other close people you have in your lives that might want to come to games or knowing that you're not going to be able to see them for the rest of the season? Like, does that settle okay with you?
Man, I haven't even thought about that
I know
as
these
a
are deep
possible.
thoughts by Chris Sims. This is
Yeah,
real deep
yeah.
shit here.
You thinking of some other stuff. I haven't even got that far into it. I'm just trying to take it day by day, and hopefully we can get an email that's gonna be like, yeah, you got to starting up this date so you can prepare. It's just so much up in the air. I haven't even gotten that far into thinking um, what the season would look like if it did come. So I don't know, man. That would be crazy.
I know it would be crazy. All right, let's get into some other 49er talks. I mean, how seriously, what were your thoughts when you heard that Tom Brady might be coming to play for the San Francisco 49ers about a month ago?
I thought it was, cool for the media and fans to, cool story that people would be like, oh yeah, like this is crazy, and draw a bunch of attention. But I didn't really think too much more of it than that. I didn't see our organization in this position that we're in, especially after the year we had, making any, huge adjustment like that. Jimmy is our quarterback, he's our leader, and so I didn't really see that as, an actual possibility.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what is it? It seems like Jimmy G is very liked within the locker room. Like to you, give me one or two things that seems to, give everybody the confidence and makes him, one of the leaders or more well-liked guys, in the organization.
Oh, I mean, shoot, when he's on the field, we win, you know. Uh, the year where he got here towards the end of the year, um, when he's on the field, we won. You know, then he got hurt, unfortunately, and then when he came back in return, we won. So, I mean, I don't know what really more you want out of him.
No, I know. I mean, do you get frustrated at times that you feel that the media, the public, is a little too critical of him?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I think the media is critical of a lot of things, but I mean, Jimmy is a confident guy. I'm sure it doesn't bother him too much. People are always going to have things to say. And that's just something we deal with as athletes. And, people have had plenty of stuff to say about me. So, I mean, it is what it is. Keep proving people wrong and, doing what you love to do.
Do you? All right, so let's do some fun questions here, okay? Because I'm always interested to know this from players. First of all, in your NFL career to this point, who's the best player you've seen or played against? Who's the one guy that I say that just jumps out to you right away?
The best player I've played with
Or
is
against? I don't really want to hear played with because I want to hear more against on the other team. I don't want you kissing your teammates' butts or anything like that.
Nah, I think actually you might want to hear this one. The best player I've ever
Okay.
seen been on a football field. It was only for a week during my rookie year in training camp, and that was Alden Smith. Hands down, the best football player I've ever seen in live action. Just unblockable. Played against, uh, man, that depends.
Is it? Yeah.
We've had some rough years where guys did some crazy stuff against us, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Russell Wilson is always, tough to
Yeah.
play against, of course.
Right.
Have had plenty of battles. So I would say consistently he's probably the toughest because we played against him so much.
Sure. I mean, I hear that. I mean, he's no doubt one of the three or four best quarterbacks in football. So I
Hmm.
thought that might be one of the guys that jumped into the conversation. All right, but how about you personally? Like, who's the one offensive lineman you've had to go against where you're just like, oh, not this guy again. I'm sick of this jerk, whatever it may be. I mean that respectfully, but who's kind of your arch nemesis on the field?
Uh, I would say Tyron Smith is definitely over the years it's tough to go against. And then we've all had battles with uh, not individual players, but offensive lines. A bunch of battles with Seattle, and they just hold so much, and the refs never seem to call it. So I guess when you're allowed to hold, then you know it gets tough out there for sure.
Yeah, those damn offensive
And little
linemen
Russell
out
Wilson
there
running around,
cheating as
and
usual. Right.
they're holding, and Russell's running around. So, but
Yeah.
it's always fun playing against them though.
I bet. I bet. I almost thought about Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago up in Green Bay. I wondered if that one jumped out to you when he pulled off some late game magic. Because that's always one of my favorite watches is Aaron Rodgers, even though you guys whooped his ass twice this year.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that last year with how this year kind of went. So,
Yeah, yeah. Recent memory. All right, so you're a big B-ball fan. Like, who's the starting five basketball team for the 49ers?
uh, we go me, Defo. I'll play the four. Defo play the five. Um,
Wait. D
who
Ford's gonna play the five. You should be the five. He should be the four. That doesn't make sense.
no, dang. I see this weird. Actually said Defo, but I forgot.
You can't
Forgot.
have him. He's not on your team anymore. Sorry.
I know. Dang. Uh,
Bosa. What about Bosa? Has he got any B-ball game? He doesn't look like he would have any game at all.
uh, I'm not going. I mean, he could hit a couple jumpers.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's the worst in the locker room. I'll say okay, Kendrick can hoop. Debo. Um, I'm forgetting one main person that I always shoot against in the locker room that I can't remember. But yeah, Debo, Kendrick. Uh, dang, we haven't played in a while.
That's all right.
Jordan
You don't
Math
have.
Jordan Matthews can
Okay.
shoot.
Right.
Um, yeah, I would say those guys stick out. I'm forgetting one
Okay.
main
No.
one. I don't know why my memory's drawing a blank.
No Kittle. No Jimmy Ward. What
No,
about any of those damn running backs?
Kwaski.
None of
Oh,
them got any
that
handles?
Jaquaski Tart
Jaquaski Tart.
can hoop for
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that. I
The
can't
running
believe none of
backs?
those. Yeah, right. None of them got
No, they
handles.
all too. No, they're too stiff. They be bench pressing too much.
Um, you know,
Raheem and Breida. Uh,
no, they got nothing. They're just fast and
uh,
they can carry a football. Yeah, I had some
yeah,
teammates like that.
yeah, too stiff
Barber
up
in
top.
Tampa, he yeah, right. They dribbled like this. They didn't even know how to dribble, like one of those kind of things. All right, hey man,
Um,
you the man. I appreciate you taking some time. I know also I want to give you love for I know you're raising a little money for some of the restaurants in the Sacramento area. Kind of tell people what you're trying to do there.
yeah, just trying to draw awareness to, supporting your local businesses during this hard time. Keeping our economy afloat is going to be super important, how we can bounce back from this. So, Sacramento is made up of a bunch of small businesses, mainly restaurants. So, I'm just encouraging people to support their local businesses, and I give them prizes. You can enter to win jerseys, game tickets, signed footballs, um, just for simply supporting your local businesses, eating at some of your favorite restaurants. And all you got to do is tag me, hashtag eat916 to get entered to win. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, good for you, man. There's a lot of people that need help right now. They really do. It's good for you. You're a good dude. I've always heard that. I appreciate you taking some time out with me. You know, I did. I should have. I'm not a great interviewer. I should have asked a follow up question on what do you think Alden Smith will do this year. But I
Hmm.
think from your answer, you think he's still going to be able to do it, even though he's missed 4 years of football.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely still, um, you know, be able to get out there. And he was so talented. I mean, even though he's been removed, there may be some, he's not going to be as sharp as he once was, but he was so good. just naturally, I think he'll be able to get out there and get back to the swing of things and have a big impact on the game.
All right, you the man, dude. I really appreciate it. DeForest Buckner, the tree trunk in the middle of the 49ers defense, the man, the myth, the legend, the stud. He's rich. Did I call you DeForest Buckner? Did I just call that? Did I just do that? Damn, I'm an idiot. Arik Armstead, the man, the myth, the legend. You know, one of those Oregon tree trunks in the middle. And don't forget, dude, when I come out there, you're paying for dinner, all right?
Got you.
All right, Eric. Thanks a lot, man.
Right.
Good luck with everything. Yeah. Good luck training in this weird off season.
Appreciate you.
See you, dude.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.